Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am coming at you from this messy desk to do another letter with me video. I'm going to be using the Daisy worksheets and I am going to be hand lettering the words. So if you have this worksheet set, this is the 101 motivational practice words, you can go ahead and grab those, or you can just do it on paper. You don't have to have the worksheets, but I am going to be using these with some tracing paper. And then I have a few different pens I'm going to try. And yeah, so if you need to pause this and grab some paper, some pens, we are going to be doing a monoline style today. So if that matters to you for pacing, you may want to grab a monoline pen, but otherwise just use whatever you have. And I hope you enjoy this real-time letter with me video. So I'm going to start out, I think, by using these zebra click art pens. I'm going to show you what they look like on paper. I use them with this set right here. And so that's kind of what they look like, and those are really fun. And then I also have the zebra mild liners, and I like this side. So I do not like this side on the highlighter. I like it on the brush pen. And then I also have these, which I'll talk about later. I think I'm going to try these out for you. I have kind of a story to go with them, so we'll save those for a little bit later. And then I'm also going to be using tracing paper. So some of you guys asked which tracing paper I use, and I will show you. I am using this Kansan tracing paper. It's actually empty because I took out the last of it for this video. I also like Bachmore tracing paper, which is pretty inexpensive on Amazon. I pretty much just use those two. There was one kind, and I can't remember the exact brand, that kind of feathered out, so I just stick to those two because they seem to hold my inks pretty well, but you'll see that with a couple different inks here. I'm just gonna go ahead and clip this on and get to lettering. So I also have my iced chai here as a drink. I usually have a coffee when I do these videos, but I actually gave up coffee a couple of weeks ago. And because I gave up coffee, I also have not had any caffeine for the last couple of weeks, probably about, I think 3 weeks maybe. And I'm really not missing the caffeine, but I found this chai that I had bought around Christmas time. It was like a box of like the concentrate, the organic chai at Aldi, and I found it around Christmas time. And I grabbed it and then I put it in my pantry and I never tried it. And so I thought, I'm going to try it today and I hope I don't regret it because it's been, like I said, 3 weeks since I've had caffeine. And we will see. If my lettering starts to get a little shaky halfway through this video, then maybe I won't be drinking chai anymore, but it is actually really good. I wasn't sure what it would taste like and I just wanted to try it. I think it was one of those seasonal things, but actually, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I found it around Christmas time. But it is actually pretty good. I just put milk in it and then I put a little tiny bit of vanilla like syrup like you would put in coffee. And it's pretty good if you do like chai. Now, I've never made my own chai like from fresh herbs, so I can't compare to that. But compared to my Starbucks chai, it is pretty good. So with this worksheet set, it's not only monoline, but it's a little bit slanted if you can tell. So the Eloise is like pretty upright, which is one of my other worksheet sets. And I do tend to have quite an upright style. And so I wanted to make one that I could practice that was a more slanted lettering style, not extremely or anything like that, but you can just kind of see it has a little bit different flow than a super upright lettering style. Now, if you are hating how I'm holding my pen, I'm so sorry. I've gotten some comments on that recently about how terrible it is that I hold my pen like this. And I would be curious to know how you hold your pen because I asked on Instagram and I don't know if I've ever gotten so many DMs from people. And literally, I don't think I got one single DM from anyone who said like that it's like, I got a lot of DMs from teachers. And I won't go into like their explanations because I don't remember and I would not do them service. But the overall feel was if you can write and if it is comfortable for you, there wasn't a lot of argument. And so I don't know, this is how I write and no one ever really corrected me. So I don't know, like I think one of the comments I got was very like I was being defiant by writing this way, like I shouldn't be, and I don't know. It's not like that. It's not a rebellious thing, and just no one ever taught me that this wasn't a good way to hold my pen. And it's comfortable for me. So if that really bothers you, I'm so sorry. It is actually a grip that has a name, and I can't remember the name. There's a lot of different grips besides just this one. I don't even know if I could write like that. Let me try. Just out of curiosity's sake. And we'll see, because I don't even know how to start. Okay, we'll see. I don't even know if this is right, actually. This might not be the normal. I think this is what people say you should do, right? This is not like medical advice or teacher advice or anything like that. I am simply just sharing with you what people said to me in my DMs. But I would be curious to know how you write. I guess I can do it with tracing. It feels uncomfortable without. I'm not sure if I could do it without tracing. But one thing with the way that I hold the pen is I think that sometimes that's why I tend to do a more upright lettering style, because I think with my pen being more upright, that just is what kind of comes out. So maybe with this slanted lettering style is why I'm able to do this a little more easily. If you've never tried these pens, these are the Zebra Click Art pens, and I really like them. If you don't like the price, the Papermate Flare is another similar option, and then there's another one, I can never remember the name, but let me just show it to you quick, that is also kind of similar. They are these Stabilo, that's the name, and these are kind of similar to the pens I'm using today as well, with that felt tipped like marker type of pen. All right, I'm gonna go back to lettering how this feels comfortable for me so that I can go not so slowly, but the next word is awaken. And I tried to do these words in alphabetical order, but sometimes they get a little flipped around simply because there might be a long word and then like a short word, and I can fit two on one line. So if I can fit two of them on one line, I will. And with this lettering style, because it's a little bit larger, it was harder to fit them on one line. So that's why if you ever see one that's like out of order, that's probably why, because I was trying to save space. Now, that being said, I think the last page of the 101 practice words for this set, I believe, actually only has one word and then a bunch of blank lines, because that's where it ended. Okay, I'm so sorry about that little gap. My memory card filled up, and you would think after, what is it, 7 years on YouTube, I would know better, but I didn't. I actually had it on my list before I filmed today to clean up my memory cards, and I just thought, oh, I'll be okay. But I was not, and I didn't make it very far. So I forget how much storage these longer videos take up. Anyway, with that said, I'm almost done with this page using the Zebra Click Art. So if you are following along, let me know if you are here or if you are like miles beyond where I am. I think I'm going to use the Tool ones next, or TUL. I don't actually know how to say that. And then I'll show you, I'll let you know what issues I had with those ones. Now those are not like a felt tipped, they are gonna be more like a pen. So it's gonna give, oops, it's gonna give a little bit different of a look to this lettering style, and neither are wrong, neither are right, they're just different. And so I wanted to give you a little bit of an example of that as well. Okay, so when I first bought these pens, I had heard so many people raving about the TUL pens, and I bought just like a regular, I don't know what the pack was, but it was like primary colors. And I honestly, like, I could see how the pen was really nice, but it skipped a ton. So here's what we have after this, and I'm gonna move on to my next page. So they skipped a lot, and that was really frustrating, because who wants a pen that is like skipping a ton? And they had, like, I'm sure they had plenty of ink because they were new, and I thought maybe I just needed to like wear them in. That happens sometimes with pens, and they just never really got better. So I didn't really get the hype, but I liked them okay, but I didn't understand like the hype, and they're not super cheap. I don't remember the exact price, but they're pretty expensive. You can get them on Amazon, and then I think like office Max or Office Depot, one of those office stores sells them in store if you want to like see them. So anyway, I decided to try them again and get these metallic ink ones, and I'm so glad I did because they're completely, well, at least my set feels completely different. I haven't really noticed any skipping, and I'll just show you what they look like. Let me do a darker color so that you can see. Okay, well, as I told you, there's no skipping. Now I have skipping. I think it's because I'm using tracing paper, though. That does happen sometimes. I will do a reel or a shorts or wherever you're watching. I'll put it on Instagram and YouTube of the different colors of these so that you can see them in a notebook, because I do think they're not writing quite as nicely because of the tracing paper. Let me show you. So I don't have any skipping there, and it's nice and smooth. So I will do a reel, and then I will post that sometime after this video so that you can see these more. So since those might not be the best for tracing paper, I'm going to move to my Zebra Mild Liner and go ahead and finish out this page. This does not look right. That is not what they normally look like. I think, hold on. Look at this. I don't know what's happening here because this is a normal Zebra Mild Liner. I don't know that I've ever seen that before, and I must have not ever used this pen. I think it is the same tip. I think it's just pushed out. So maybe when I use it, it will go back in. But that is weird. I have not seen that before. Nope, it's not going anywhere. Okay, well, it's all right. Still works, but that is very interesting. All right, I think I'm gonna finish out with this page. because I don't want this to get too long. I'm happy to do another one to finish out the rest of the pages if you want, just let me know. I will also do a comparison between this one and the other Monoline worksheet sets. I know I had some requests for that. I probably won't get that video done this week, but I will work on that so that you can see the difference between this and the Eloise, and I have one other Monoline set that I'll probably put in there too, so that you can kind of see what the differences are. Otherwise, I will link the videos for those other worksheet sets if you want to like watch through and see what they look like. I think I have 3 at this point Monoline worksheet sets, so I can link those so that you can see the differences. But like I mentioned, this one's kind of bigger. I like to use this one specifically with like a felt tipped marker type of pen. And this one is a little bit slanted, so you'll kind of see the differences if you watch those videos, and I will link those in the description box below. If you have not already gotten this worksheet set, it is still on launch week sale until this Friday, so if you want to grab it, this is a really good time. I will link it in the description box below for you. And yeah, I'm not too shaky yet from my chai, but I've only drank this much, so we'll see. So far, I'm not regretting it. If you do not drink caffeine, tell me what you drink instead, or do I just need to get used to drinking water? I do like water, but there's just something about having a yummy drink in your hand. I don't even miss the caffeine, so it doesn't have to be caffeinated, but like just even walking through Target and smelling the Starbucks, that's what gets me. So here we go. I have this page. And I have this page. Let me know which which pens you prefer. Thank you so much for watching. If you like videos like this, I have a whole playlist of letter with me videos. So let me know what kind of letter with me you want to see next. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.